Owning rental properties can be a great way to generate passive income, or at least partially passive income, but managing those properties effectively is a challenge. Property management options. Landlords must decide whether to hire a property manager or handle the responsibilities themselves. Each approach has its pros and cons, and the right choice depends on factors such as experience, time availability, and investment goals. In this session, we'll compare and contrast using a property manager versus self-management, discuss when landlords should consider hiring a professional, and outline the essential skills needed for self-management.
Property management versus self-management key differences. Responsibilities and workload. A property manager handles nearly all aspects of rental management, including marketing vacancies, screening tenants, collecting rent, handling maintenance requests, and dealing with legal issues. This hands-off approach allows landlords to focus on other investments or personal endeavors.
Self-managing landlords. In contrast, self-managing landlords take on all these responsibilities themselves. This approach provides direct control over tenant selection, maintenance decisions, and financial management, but also requires a significant time investment. If a landlord has multiple properties, managing them independently can become overwhelming.
Costs and profitability. One of the biggest factors landlords consider is cost. Property managers typically charge a percentage of the monthly rent, usually between 8% and 12%, along with additional fees for leasing services, maintenance coordination, and evictions. While hiring a property manager reduces hands-on involvement, it also eats into profit margins.
Self-management benefits. Self-management eliminates these fees, maximizing rental income. However, landlords must weigh this financial benefit against the time, effort, and potential stress of managing the property themselves. For those with a small number of units, the cost savings may justify self-management, while landlords with larger portfolios may find it more cost-effective to delegate tasks to a professional.
Tenant relations and customer service. Property managers act as intermediaries between landlords and tenants, handling disputes, maintenance requests, and lease enforcement. This professional buffer can prevent landlords from getting personally involved in difficult tenant situations.
Self-managing landlords and tenant relations. Self-managing landlords must build strong communication skills and be prepared to address tenant concerns promptly. Those who struggle with conflict resolution or dislike handling late-night maintenance calls may find self-management stressful. However, landlords who establish good relationships with tenants can foster long-term retention and avoid the additional cost of frequent turnovers.
Legal compliance and risk management. Property managers are well versed in local, provincial, and federal landlord-tenant laws, including fair housing regulations, eviction procedures, and security deposit rules. Their expertise helps landlords avoid costly legal mistakes.
Self-management and legal compliance. Self-managing landlords must educate themselves on applicable laws to prevent legal pitfalls. This includes staying updated on changes in rental regulations, lease agreements, and eviction laws. Maintenance and repairs. Landlords who fail to comply with legal requirements risk fines, lawsuits, or tenant disputes.
A property manager typically has a network of vetted contractors and maintenance professionals, ensuring repairs are handled efficiently. This is especially beneficial for landlords who live far from their rental properties.
Self-managing landlords must coordinate repairs themselves, which can be time-consuming and costly if they lack connections to reliable contractors.
When to consider a property manager. Some landlords choose to handle minor maintenance themselves, but this requires knowledge of basic plumbing, electrical work, and general repairs.
While self-management can be rewarding and cost-effective, there are certain situations where hiring a property manager makes more sense, especially when there are multiple properties or units to consider. If a landlord lives far from their rental property, managing maintenance and tenant concerns remotely can be difficult. A property manager ensures the property is well maintained and tenants' needs are met. Landlords with full-time jobs, family commitments, or other business ventures may not have the time to manage properties effectively. Hiring a property manager allows them to focus on other priorities.
tenant turnover or evictions. Landlords unfamiliar with tenant laws or uncomfortable handling evictions may benefit from a professional who understands legal requirements and can mitigate risk.
Essential skills for self-managing landlords. For landlords who choose to self-manage, developing the following skills is crucial to success.
Tenant selection. Selecting the right tenant is key to minimizing issues such as late payments and property damage. Landlords should know how to conduct background and credit checks, verify employment and rental history, and draft and enforce a solid lease agreement.
Communication and conflict resolution. Effective communication helps maintain positive tenant relationships. Landlords should be able to respond promptly to tenant concerns, address complaints professionally, and handle disputes without escalating conflicts.
Basic maintenance knowledge can save landlords money and ensure tenant satisfaction. It's helpful to know how to fix minor issues like leaky faucets and clogged drains. Having a list of trusted contractors for major repairs is also essential. Additionally, scheduling regular property inspections is a good practice.
Financial management. Keeping accurate financial records is essential for tracking expenses and maximizing profits. Self-managing landlords should learn the following. Use property management software to track income and expenses, or use another form of record keeping that meets the need. Learn how much to set aside funds for repairs and vacancies based on your own rental portfolio. Understand tax deductions related to rental properties. Legal knowledge. Staying compliant with landlord-tenant laws prevents legal issues. Landlords should understand eviction laws and lease enforcement procedures. Know fair housing regulations and understand the impact of discrimination. Follow proper security deposit handling rules.
Which option is right for you? Choosing between hiring a property manager and self-management depends on a landlord's goals, experience, and availability. Self-managing can be rewarding for those who want full control over their properties and are willing to invest time in learning the necessary skills. However, for landlords with multiple properties, limited time, or a preference for a hands-off approach, a property manager can be a valuable asset.
Ultimately, the best choice depends on individual circumstances. Some landlords start with self-management to gain experience before hiring a property manager as their portfolio grows. Others prefer professional management from the outset to avoid the challenges of hands-on involvement. By carefully considering the pros and cons, landlords can make an informed decision that aligns with their investment strategy. See the Canadian Landlord Professional Association for more free resources to help landlords.